Provide value to get value. We rarely watch live TV in my house anymore. Most shows we watch have been previously recorded to our DVR, so we watch it later when we want to. And if we do want to watch something while it's airing, we usually keep it paused for 15 minutes or so before starting. This way we can fast forward over the commercials throughout the show. Plus, with the advancements to services like Netflix or Amazon Prime, I can easily see that the days are numbered for my regular cable TV subscription. Now, what does this have to do with branding? This should be a wake-up call to business owners everywhere. 1950s style advertising using commercials that talk at a captive TV audience no longer apply. Actually, that style of advertising hasn't applied since the 1980s when we realized we could surf around the cable channels during commercials. Today, we just fast forward right over them. I can't believe nobody has come up with a TV commercial that makes sense visually at 2 times or 3 times speed. Anyway, if video marketing is a new territory for you, it might feel comfortable and obvious to immediately make commercial-like videos that simply tout your products and services. These are exactly the commercials we all fast forward over at home. So why would anyone volunteer to watch one on YouTube or your website? That's not to say these videos do not have their place. A product or service description or a sales video is completely appropriate for use on a landing page where your qualified prospects might be. They are certainly interested in the details and will expect and appreciate such a video. But your general audience, warm prospects and suspects, or people who could be good prospects but may not know you yet, they're going to care more about solutions to their everyday needs than the details on your newest offering. Unless they have a pain and an immediate desire to relieve that pain, such a video is pretty much worthless. And by the way, you don't have to make videos. These principles apply to written pieces, audio podcasts, or any other type of content marketing you can think of. People want information that provides a solution to an issue they face, period. You have to provide value to them in order to get them to warm up to you. People need to warm up to you before they will decide to make a purchase. The bigger the purchase, the more warming up they will need. Now, luckily for us, today it's easier to create content to allow people to warm up to us than ever before. We have the ability to blog, share content on social media, make videos, send out emails, and by creating content and sharing it for free, you will become an invaluable resource for the very people you're looking to work with. It won't happen overnight. It takes consistent effort and time, and it's an investment. The time will pass either way, so it's up to you whether or not you're going to use that time to build an audience of prospects and customers. Remember, by sharing such meaningful, useful content with your audience, a few things are going to happen. People catch on and your audience grows. They begin to get familiar with you and they look for your next piece. Familiarity quickly becomes trust. And when a need arises, you're the only company that they think of for a solution. So here's what I'm doing at Fuel Blue. I've decided that video is the best medium for me to share my valuable knowledge about branding. That's why this course is video-based. It's the best medium for me to create with and get my point across. It's also the most popular medium for my audience. People in my audience simply prefer video. However, value is the key word of this story. Regardless of whatever medium you feel is right for you, you need to be creating something of value on a consistent basis. Make it less about you and more about your audience. Think about the issues that your best customers face every day and create content to help them deal with it. I know that not everyone who watches my videos will become a client. There will always be a sector of your audience that learns from you and appreciates you, but doesn't become a paying customer. That's okay. There's a sector of your audience that will, and they will more than make up for it. So, as part of my story, I'll let you see behind the curtain at exactly how I make these videos. But first, it starts with writing. The content has to be there, which is why being authentic is so critical. You can come up with some content for a little while on just about any topic if you had to, but to come up with engaging, riveting, life-altering content on a topic over and over again all the time is downright impossible if you aren't passionate about it. It has to come from your soul, or else you're wasting your time. But assuming you're there with me, let's talk about the technical side for a little bit. You can make videos as simply as speaking from the heart directly into your phone's camera. There's nothing wrong with that for most people and most industries. But being a designer, I felt I needed something a little more polished. Also, I'm not really that good at speaking off the cuff into a camera. I tend to go off on tangents and speak too freely, almost in a roundabout way. So for me, I'm much better at getting my thoughts onto a concise form in the written word, and then I use a teleprompter. Now, my teleprompter is nothing more than my iPhone. I use this cool glass reflector thingy to reflect the words that are scrolling by. I stand over here, and I can see my script while looking directly into the camera. It's pretty awesome. Of course, I have that set up along with my camera on my tripod. Now, for the rest of my studio, I have a few lights in place. These lights here light me up, and these two lights back here, they light up the green screen behind me. Next, I wanted the audio to be as good as possible. So rather than use the built-in mic from my camera, I use this professional vocal recording mic set up in front of me, but below camera range. I could plug it directly into the camera, but the audio quality is much better when I record my voice separately into my laptop, which is set up off to the side. And finally, I import the video and the audio into my main editing computer, and then I sync the audio to the video. I remove the green screen and make the background black. That's just the style I chose for my videos. I could put anything I want behind me.
Sometimes I like to speak in a funny voice and use cartoons or funny vaudeville videos behind me to prove a point or poke fun at the traditional way of doing things.